Hello, I hope everyone is doing well today. This is about Star Trek Discovery, Episode 11. I must say that the show is becoming more and more intriguing. As I said in my previous recording, most Star Trek shows have always had some type of alternate reality. But the big difference between this and the previous Star Trek shows is that this incarnation of the Star Trek universe is taking the alternate reality serious. In previous Star Trek incarnations, this episode only lasted one series. So far here, it's lasted two series, and for all we know, they may spend half the season in this alternate dimension. And as I said in my last episode, we're getting to see more and more of how the government is run. We're learning more and more about particular individuals in this alternate reality. For instance, in our universe, or the main Star Trek universe, the second officer is a slave in an alternate dimension. So I got to feel for him a little bit there. He seemed just as warm and caring in that dimension as he'd seen in the main Star Trek dimension. He's the one person who seemed to be the same in both realities. Another big shocker was the show is not holding anything back. It's spilling the beans on whatever it can. For instance, we have truly discovered that the human, or the love interest of Bynum, he's just not some Klingon who was made into a human. No, he's a Klingon who basically took over human DNA. And I like what he said. Basically, for a Klingon to become a human, they basically had to devolve the Klingon. So, in that universe, a human being is a lesser species than the Klingons. The Klingons can look at humans as inferior. Because that Klingon, even when his vital components was taken and put into the human being, it seemed like he's taken over completely. So a human being, from a Klingon point of view, may be a lesser species, more in line with like a dog or a cat or a monkey. We may be their version of a monkey. So, like I said, we're learning more and more, and I'm sorry that Bynum lost her love interest, but we never know what can happen, because she played some type of trick to to assassinate him. Because in that universe, when you do something wrong, you're usually gone. As you all probably saw if you watched the episode, when you do something wrong on that ship, you instantly getting beamed into outer space. You instantly getting killed. Luckily, at least for Tyler, Bynum's love interest, she did something to not keep him dead in space. She sent him back to the Discovery ship. So, you all tell me what you think of this episode. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I can accept it. You can give me a thumbs down. Alright, you all take care and keep looking at Star Trek and keep being huge Star Trek fans, because I'm loving this series. I'm loving it. Oh, and one more thing too before I leave. And no Star Trek incarnation was a cadet ever taken seriously. In every Star Trek episode that we saw, whether it was Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, both incarnations of it was like 3 Enterprises, but we never have seen a cadet taken seriously. We never see any cadets. All we just got to see the show from the viewpoint of the main officer. In this Star Trek universe, we get to see a young cadet grow. We get to see this young cadet advance in the Star Trek universe. So we never have seen that before. We've seen cadets, but we never seen a cadet play a substantial, huge role as we saw in this episode, and basically in every episode. So now I'm serious. If you liked the content, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. I can take it. If you want to hear more future episodes about our favorite show, subscribe to the channel. Ciao.